Hello students, so beta today we are going to start with the second chapter, History and Development of Java from your book. Okay class, so see that this chapter is a very basic chapter children which we must know before starting with the programming part. Okay, so now see that what is told in this chapter children. So few topics I have taken which are not from your book also, and these are the very basic topic children. So now see that the first head title is given here is computer language. So children, perhaps all of you know that what do we mean by a computer language. All of you know that whenever you want to perform any job on your computer system, then you have to give the commands. Okay, and those commands must be in computer language. Okay, and all of you know very well that your computer system only understands binary language. A binary language means a language of zeros and ones only. As you know that the computer is an electronic device. Okay, and children, all the electronic devices, they work on binary language only. Okay, so now see that what is told about the computer language. Here computer language includes various languages that are used to communicate with the computer machine, and some of the languages like programming languages, which is a set of code of instruction used for communicating the machine. Okay children, so we know that these are the languages through which we can communicate to our computer. We can give the commands to the computer to perform any type of job. Okay children, and these computer languages children, they are mainly divided into three categories. Okay children, so number one is the machine language children. Okay, at the beginning of evolution of computer system children, the scientists and the programmers were using the machine language only. Children, in this language, you know what happened, that you have to write down the whole program in the binary language only. Okay, means we cannot make use of the English alphabets or the numbers from our number system. Okay, you have to write everything which is in binary language only. Okay, means all the command will be just a sequence of zeros and ones. So you know that it was very tough to handle all those programs. Okay, so children, after that we came to know about the second type of the computer language, which were known as assembly language. Children, what happened in this type of languages that we were allowed to use some English alphabet or words also in the binary language programs. Okay, for example children, कि suppose that we have to add two numbers, so then we can write the word add. Okay, then here is the binary number and here is one more number or command. Okay children, so it was a mix of the English alphabets as well as binary language. Okay class, and finally children, we came to know about the high level languages. Children, in these type of languages I want to tell you that, see what is told. A high level language is quite similar to the English language. These are simple and user friendly language. So children, all of you have done the programming in basic language. I hope in class 6 or sorry, in class 6 and 7 you did the programming with basic language. So you know that all the commands which we give, they are in English language, and same thing in Java also. Okay, in Java also children, we have to write down the whole program in the English language, and we can make use of the numbers as we usually do in our daily life. Okay class, so for example, see that if you have to calculate the simple interest in a program, so we can write a statement like this: interest equal to principal into rate into time divided by 100. Okay, this statement we can write in Java as well as in basic language also. Okay children, so it was all about the high level languages that we can write the program in our language. But children, you know na, that when you write a program in your language, so then your computer would not be able to understand them. Okay, so you must also know that these all high level languages, for example C language, C++ is there, Java is there, Python is there. So children, all these languages which fall into the category of high level languages, children, they also come along with the translator with them. Okay, so now see that what is told, a translator program is needed to translate high level language source code into the machine language, equivalent compiler or interpreter. Okay children, and perhaps you have also learned about the two type of translator, compiler and interpreter. So children, all the high level languages, okay, one translator is attached with them. It can be either a compiler or interpreter. And children, see that one more thing is told here: a set of instructions written in high level language programming language, sorry, high level language programming, which called the source code. Okay children, so means whatever program you write using a high level language, for example in Java, when you type a program and you save it, it is known as source code. Okay children, so don't get confused. with this कि a program file is something else and a source code is something else. Okay, both are the same thing. The program file which you write and save, that only is known as the source code file. Okay class, after that children, you can see about the Java. Here few things are told about the Java also. You know that we have to learn about the Java language. So see that what is told, a high level programming language developed by Sun Microsystem. It was invented by James Gosling and others in 1994. Okay children, so two things you have to remember. Okay, that in year 1994 it was developed by Mr. James Gosling. Okay, and the company which developed this language was known as Sun Microsystem, and Java were originally called Oak and were developed as a part of Green project at the Sun company, and it was designed for handheld devices and set-top boxes. Children, you know about the set-top boxes. Okay, after that children, see that what is told about the features of Java. Okay children, why it is so famous, why it became so famous, that in each and every field nowadays we are making use of Java language. So children, the first feature is told, and children you have to remember this, okay, because in all the examination they ask you about the features of Java. Okay, so 6 points are given and you must know at least 3 to 4 points. Okay, so the first point is told that Java is an object oriented programming language. So children, I will tell you it in future that what do you mean by object oriented programming language. For the time being you have to learn it as it is. After that children, the second thing which is very important, that is told platform independent. The second point is platform independent. What it means children? Means children कि the program written in Java, they can run on any platform. Children, what do we mean by platform? Platform means children operating systems. Okay, and what do we mean by operating system children? As you know that when we work on any devices nowadays, okay, so then they have one interface with them. For example, you know that when you work on your mobile phone, then we must have the Android in that mobile. Okay, that software must be installed. In the same way, when you work in your laptop or in your PC, they must be having the Windows. Okay, in the same way, if you are working on the Apple laptop, so then it will be having the Mac operating system. Okay, so in this way children, the devices, they must be having any operating system installed on them, and children, those operating system, they are known as platform. Okay, so children, what it means is that a program which is written in Java, okay, it can run on any platform. Means it can run on Windows, it can run on Unix, it can run on Android, it can run on Mac. Okay, there is no problem. After that children, the third point is given, both compiled and interpreted. Okay children, it is also a very special feature of Java. Children, as I told you that all the high level languages, they come along with a translator. Okay, they come along with the compiler or interpreter. But children, the special thing about the Java is that it takes the help of both type of translator. Okay, it makes use of compiler as well as interpreter also. Okay, then the fourth point is told about multi-threaded language. Children, what do we mean by multi-threaded? Mean children कि a part, many parts of the same program of Java can run simultaneously, means all together. For example, children, you know that when we work on the Windows, you can take the printout of a document, you can play a song on your sound speakers. Okay, and at the same time you can play the game also. Means 3 or 4 jobs can be done on a computer system easily. In the same way children, when you write a program in Java, you know that whenever we write a program and execute it, then line by line the execution is done. But in Java children, if your program is divided into 4 or 5 part or number of parts, so then many part can be executed together, and children, it is known as multi-threaded language or multi-threaded working of any program. Okay children, the fifth point is told that can access data from a local system as well as from internet. Okay children, means it is very simple one, that we can take a file from the local computer, or we can also take information from internet also while writing a program on the internet. And children, the last point is told that it is a case sensitive language. Okay, case sensitive language means children that small case and capital case alphabets, they are treated differently. Okay, and after that children, so these were the few points about the feature of Java. After that children, before moving forward, I want to tell you about the compiler and interpreter. Okay, I hope that you have learned about them in the previous classes, but children, again, it is also very important thing which we should know. Children, you know that compiler and interpreter both are the translator which are used to convert the high level language commands or programs into their equivalent machine language, means to their binary code. Okay, but children, working of both these translators are different from each other. Okay, so I just show you that how they work. For example, if first we are going to look about the compiler. So suppose children, if you are working with a compiler and you have one program, okay, ABC, okay, and the program is having a set of lines in that. Okay, and suppose this program is written in any high level language, for example C++. So children, what happens कि after typing the program, first of all you have to compile it. So children, what is the job performed by the compiler? That it checks all the line first of all. Okay, I repeat, it checks all the line. तो पहला काम क्या करेगा? It will check whether all the lines are correct or not. Okay children, and if okay, अगर सारी line अगर सही है, then children it will convert the whole program into the machine language which is known as object code. Okay, so children, a second file is created. Okay, and the whole program will be converted to low level language. Okay class, so the compiler converts the whole program at one pass children. Okay, after that we see the working of interpreter, how it performs the job. Suppose the same program we are having ABC having a set of lines. Okay, and suppose that you perform the job with the help of an interpreter. So children, how the interpreter works, that it picks the first line of your program. Okay, it will read the first line. If it is correct, it will convert and execute that. Convert and execute. After that children, execution of the first line is over. It moves to the second line. Again, it will read the second line. If it is correct, then it will execute it. After that, it moves to the third line. It again checks it, and if the line is correct, execute it. So in the same way children, it will go through all the lines of the program one by one. Okay, and after checking each and every line, it will be converting and executing those lines. Okay children, so interpreter converts and executes the program line by line, and the compiler, it checks the whole program and converts it into the second file which is known as object code. Okay children, so it is the main difference between compiler and interpreter. Okay, now see what is told in the sheet. A compiler is a program that translates code written in a high level language into machine code all at once. So children, the keyword is all at once before the program run. And second thing, the program does not get compiled until all the listed errors get corrected. Okay children, so what happens that when you are making use of the compiler children, it checks the whole as I told you that it checks the whole program first of all. Okay na, it checks all the line. If all the lines are correct, then only it converts the program into machine language. Okay, but suppose if few lines are having the error at line number 3, at line number 7, suppose these two lines are having some problem with them. Okay, you typed a wrong statement. So children, it will list all the problems. Okay, when you will give the compile command, it will show you the line number 3 and line number 7 are having few errors, and until and unless you don't correct these error children, your program will not get compiled. Okay, but what happens with interpreter? Now look at the sheet once again. What is told about the interpreter? An interpreter is a program that translates the source code instructions into machine language line by line. So children, the keyword which you have to keep in your mind, that is line by line. Okay, after that look at the second point. If an error is found on any line, the execution stops till it is corrected. Okay children, and children, here what happens when you work with the interpreter? Suppose you have executed 3 lines, and when you came to the 4th line, then maybe you will be having a problem in this 4th line. So the execution of the program will stop here. Children, now see that the first 3 line has been executed, and at the 4th line your program will stop. Why? Because you are having a problem in this. So now children, you have to make this problem correct. You have to correct the line, and when your this line is corrected, after that it will execute the fourth line and program will go on. Okay, so what it means children, your program can get stuck in between. Okay class, so it is the thing about the interpreter. So children, you have to remember these two lines as it may be asked in any test or examination. After that children, see that the next thing is given bytecode, okay, and the JVM. Okay children, but for that, if you want to know about them, first of all children, we have to learn something else. Okay, so I take you to the next sheet first. Okay children, so see that what is told here, traditional compilation process. Children, what it means. Okay, and in the same way children, we will also going to learn about the Java compilation process. So children, when we are talking about the traditional compilation process, so the thing I want to tell you that the high level languages which were used before the Java, then in those language how the compilation was taking place. Okay, so now see children, suppose that if you wrote a program, here is a program. Suppose the name of the program is abc.cpp. Children, cpp means it is the file created in C++. Children, whenever we create a program file in C++ language children, so then this cpp is added after the file name automatically, which are known as the secondary name of the file. Okay, so children, suppose that if we are working on the C++ language and we created a file, after that you will make use of the compiler, and suppose you are working on Windows, the computer you are having, it is having the Windows. And the same way, suppose your friend is having a computer and it is having the Unix on that. Your third friend is working on a Apple iPad and he is having a Mac operating system. Okay, and so children, now see what will happen. Suppose you are three friends and you are having three different computers, okay, and with different operating system. First one is having a Windows operating system, the second one is having the Unix, and third one is having the Mac operating system. Okay, one program is there which is in C++ language. So children, the first person who is working on Windows operating system, when he will compile the programs, and then one second file will be created, okay, which is known as object code, you know, we call it object code. So children, this object code, I want to tell you that the file which is converted into the machine language, it will only run on Windows. Okay, I repeat, it will only run on Windows. If the same file, if you try to execute it on the second computer which is having the Unix platform, means Unix operating system, it is not going to run. Okay, why? Because children, these machine languages are operating system dependent, means a single character can be represented in various formats upon the डिफरेंट ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम. ओके क्लास, तो सबकी लैंग्वेज अलग अलग होती है. ठीक है, तो जो विंडोज़ का जो कंपाइलर है, इसकी जो लैंग्वेज है ये यूनिक्स पे नहीं चलेगी. इन द सेम वे चिल्ड्रन, व्हेन यू कंपाइल द सेम प्रोग्राम अपॉन द यूनिक्स ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम, सो देन द सेकेंड दिस ऑब्जेक्ट कोड, it cannot run on the Windows or upon the Mac operating system. It will only work on the Unix operating system. And if the same code, if you compile it with the Mac, so then it will only execute with the Mac, but it is not going to execute on the Unix or Windows operating system. Okay children, so it was all about the traditional process. So now see what is told in the sheet. In this approach, the machine language version, means object code generated by the compilation process, is स्पेसिफिक टू द प्लेटफॉर्म वन कंपाइलिंग ऑन. ठीक है ना, यानी कि जिस प्लेटफॉर्म पे आप कंपाइल कर रहे हैं, जिस ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम पे आप इसको एग्जीक्यूट कर रहे हैं, ठीक है, कि सॉरी, जिस ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम में आपने कंपाइल किया, केवल आप उसी ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम पे इसको एग्जीक्यूट कर सकते हैं. ठीक है, विंडोज़ का कंपाइलर जो कोड प्रोड्यूस करेगा वो यूनिक्स पे नहीं रन होगा, यूनिक्स वाला मैक और विंडोज़ पे रन नहीं होगा. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, इफ़ यू आर if you were to compile your code on a Windows platform, the resulting program would run on the Windows platform only. And to use the same program on any other platform, for example Mac, we need to compile the source code with the compiler suitable for Mac, है ना। यानी बेटा अगर आपको यही वाला प्रोग्राम अगर मैक पे चलाना है, यानी एप्पल आईपैड पे चलाना है, तो आपको क्या करना पड़ेगा, उसके लिए आपको मैक पे वाले प्रोग्राम को कंपाइल करना पड़ेगा, तभी आप ये प्रोग्राम यहाँ पे एग्जीक्यूट कर पाओगे। ओके ना। तो बेटा ये थी हमारी ट्रेडिशनल कंपाइलेशन प्रोसेस जो पुरानी हाई लेवल लैंग्वेजेस में होती थी। नाउ चिल्ड्रन वी आर गोइंग टू लर्न अबाउट द जावा कंपाइलेशन प्रोसेस। So children, see that what happens in Java compilation process. So first I show you this. Children, suppose that if you wrote a program in Java and the name of the program is abc.java, you know that when we write a program in Java and save it, so then a secondary name .java is added to the file name. Okay. Children, when you will save your program, after that you have to compile it. Okay. So you will, first of all, you will make use of the compiler. Okay. And children, when you will compile the program, it will check all the lines of your Java program. If there are any errors, it will show you all the error and you have to make them correct. When all the lines are correct, then children, the whole program will be converted to a second file which is known as the object code, you know. And children, this object code means the second file which will be created. The name of that file will be abc.class. Okay class. So now see that the source code means the original file's name is abc.java, and when it is converted to the object code, the name of the file turns to abc.class. And children, this second file, this object code file, I want to tell you, it is not in the machine language. Children, it is not in the binary code. Remember this. In the traditional approach, what happens? The object code is created in your machine language or binary language, but here in Java it does not happen. Okay. This object code file is having the language of bytecode. Okay na. It is the special encoding system, or it is a special language which is used by the Java compilers only. Okay, so the name of the code which is stored here, that is bytecode. Okay, which is known as intermediate language. And children, the very special thing about this bytecode file is this, ki it can be run on any platform, means on any operating system. Suppose the same scene is there. There are three persons who are sitting to execute the same program, and the first one is having the Windows, second person is working on Unix, and third one is working on Apple system. Okay, so you know that they will be having the different platforms, but children, the same file can be run on these computer. Okay, but there is one condition for that, and the condition is that ki they must be having the Java interpreter installed on their computer system. Okay, means children, the Java interpreter is known as JVM. I repeat, they are known as JVM. JVM stand for Java Virtual Machine. Okay, so they must be having the JVM upon them. So children, the JVM, what the function it performs, it converts the bytecode program to the specific operating systems language, means its binary language, and run the program line by line. Okay children, all these lines of the bytecode program will be converted and executed on that specific computer system without any problem. Okay children, so all these JVMs are different for डिफरेंट ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम। ओके, सबके लिए अलग अलग JVM है और उनके पास अपना अपना JVM होना चाहिए टू एग्जीक्यूट दिस प्रोग्राम। ओके क्लास, so I hope that you got the knowledge about the Java compilation process also, and now see that what is told in the sheet. In the sheet, children, see that what is told in this approach. Firstly, Java source code gets compiled into the bytecode which is not platform specific. तो ये मैंने अभी भी बताया आपको कि पहले आप अपनी जावा फाइल बनाओगे, जब कंपाइल करोगे तो ये बाइट कोड में कन्वर्ट हो जाएगी और एक ही सेकेंड फाइल बन जाएगी। आफ्टर दैट देन दिस बाइट कोड इज कन्वर्टेड टू स्पेसिफिक प्लेटफॉर्म मशीन लैंग्वेज विद द हेल्प ऑफ ए जावा इंटरप्रेटर, दैट इज JVM। और यही मैंने बताया अभी आपको कि जो बाइट कोड वाली फाइल है उसको आप किसी भी स्पेसिफिक प्लेटफॉर्म पे कन्वर्ट कर सकते हैं विद द हेल्प ऑफ द इंटरप्रेटर, मीन्स JVM। ओके, नोट दैट अ डिफरेंट जावा बाइट कोड इंटरप्रेटर इज नीडेड फॉर ईच टाइप ऑफ कंप्यूटर। और मैंने आपको ये भी बताया अभी कि अलग अलग ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम के लिए अलग अलग JVM होता है। ठीक है, इन जावा द सेम कंपाइल्ड प्रोग्राम कैन बी रन ऑन मैनी different types of computer, ठीक है, द राइट वंस एंड रन एनीवेयर। चिल्ड्रन वी कॉल this feature as VORA. Okay, VORA stand for write once and run anywhere. Okay, slogan is used for Java program as once written they can run without modification on any kind of computer. तो जैसे बेटा मैंने आपको यहाँ दिखाया अभी है ना कि आपने एक प्रोग्राम लिख लिया, उसको कंपाइल कर लिया, अब ये कंपाइल्ड प्रोग्राम आप किसी भी सिस्टम के ऊपर एग्जीक्यूट कर सकते हो, कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है। ठीक है बेटा, तो ये जावा कंपाइलेशन प्रोसेस के स्पेशल फीचर हैं। अच्छा, एक चीज़ और यहाँ पे मैं बता दूँ कि देखिए आपने क्या ध्यान दिया कि बेटा दैट व्हेन वी compile a program in Java, children, so then we have to take the help of both type of translators. Okay, we are making use of both kind of translator. First we are applying the compiler, and in the second step, children, we are making use of the JVM, which is the interpreter. Children, they may ask you that what is the name of Java interpreter, so then your answer should be JVM. In the same way, children, they may also ask you name the Java compiler. Okay, it is not given in the sheet, but you should remember the name. The name of the Java compiler is Java C. Okay, ये क्या है बेटा, जावा का कंपाइलर है, तो ये नाम आपको याद रखना है। ओके, सो चिल्ड्रन, इट वाज ऑल अबाउट द जावा कंपाइलेशन प्रोसेस। नाउ आई टेक यू टू द प्रीवियस सीट, ओके, वेयर the two headings were given for the bytecode and JVM. So now children, you know about the bytecode and JVM. So now see what is told in the sheet. The bytecode is a high level language. ठीक है, Java is a high level language and the program written in HLL. Children, what do we mean by HLL? High level language is compiled and then converted to an intermediate language. तो बेटा आपको जो याद रखना है वो ये याद रखना है, ठीक है, an intermediate language called bytecode. This definition you must learn. Okay class, it may be asked anywhere. After that, children, look at the second thing, JVM. You know that it's the Java interpreter, so we can simply write that it is a Java interpreter, but see here it is explained also. When bytecode is to run on any other system, an interpreter known as Java virtual machine is needed, which translate the bytecode to the machine language. Okay children, so it is the first part which is very important, and you have to must learn first two and the half line about this, that it is used to convert the bytecode to machine language, and JVM acts as a virtual processor which process the bytecode to machine code for various platform, and that's why it is known as Java virtual machine. And children, you must also know the full form of JVM, that is Java virtual machine. So now our next topic is comments in Java, children. Okay, so you know that whenever you write a program, children, in Java, okay, after the each line you may write the comment also. Okay class, for example, to input values, okay, to calculate the rate. Okay, so in this way, children, we can write or we can provide the comment also in our Java program. So children, you know that whenever you write a comment in a program, so then those statements are not read by your compiler. Okay, your compiler ignore those part which are marked as a comment. So children, how to mark a comment in a Java program? So we must know that we can provide the comment in a Java program using following three methods. Okay, we are having following three style. The first one is a single line comment. Mean children, if your comment is in a single line, so you can make use of the first style. In this, children, what you have to do, you will make use of the two forward slashes. Okay, for example, here you know that if your comment is of a single line, so after writing your program, in front of the line you can have, sorry, you have to provide two forward slash and then you will write your comment. In the same way, children, if your comment is of two line, so then it is known as multi-line comment. So then where your comment begins, you have to start it with the forward slash and one asterisk mark, and when the comment ends, then you have to write the asterisk mark first and then the forward slash. Okay, so the second type of comment is known as multi-line comment. Okay, the beginning is marked with the symbol forward slash and asterisk, and the ending is marked with the asterisk and forward slash, and the comment can be in multiple line. In the same way, children, we are having also documenting comment style, which we will learn in future. Okay, and the simple thing is told, it is used for brief documentation. Okay, and the symbol are these, but we will rarely make use of them, which children we simply use the first two style. Okay, after that, finally at the seat, children, here are few points are given which you must revise before each test and examination. Okay, and when you will go through all these points, you will come to know that we have talked about all these points. For example, the see that what are the point given here? The sequence of commands is called a program. Computer can understand only one language, you know, binary. Fortran, Basic, COBOL, C and C++. These are the some high level language. Java was developed by Sun Microsystem, we know. The interpreter of Java is called JVM, we know this. A program source code written in any language is translated into machine language code with the help of language translator, we know this. Okay, we work with an IDE called BlueJ Edit plus JCreator for learning to create and execute Java program, and the full form of IDE is Integrated Development Environment, and 9 point is Java C, ठीक है ना. Java is a Java compiler which provides the keyword and syntax along with the data type operator that are used in Java. तो बेटा ये अभी Java C के बारे में अभी भी मैंने बताया, but children one point is left and it was IDE. Children, what do we mean by IDE? So I tell you about the IDE before ending this lecture. Okay children, so see that IDE, the full form of this is Integrated Development Environment. Okay children, so what does it mean? So children, all of you have worked with the Q basic in class 6 and 7th. You know that when you work on the computer, though we have one icon of the Q basic, you have to click on that. And children, when you click on that, so then a window appears, a black color window appears where you can type your program, you can execute the program, okay, and all the you can edit your program, you can save your program. Everything can be done on the same window. In the same way, children, when you click on the Microsoft Word, think about the Microsoft Word. So you know that a window appears when you where you can create any file, you can save it, okay, you can edit the file, means all the things can be done on the same window. Okay children, but the special thing about the Java language is that children, it does not have any specific window to work with. Okay, me children, when you install the Java in your computer, okay, from the site, okay, for example, you can go to the Sun Microsystem site and you can download the Java from there and you can install it in your computer. But what happens is that when you will install the Java in your computer, you will not get any specific icon on the screen where you can click and type a program. Okay children, means Java does not provide a interface to the user where he can type the program, he can compile or execute this program. Okay, no interface is provided. So children, number of software companies, they have developed the window for working with Java. Okay, and these windows are known as IDE. Means children, they provide us the interface where we can type the Java program. Children, in our time when we were learning the Java 20 years ago, children, at that time there was no IDE present. Okay, we were typing the program in the notepad or wordpad and we were executing them on the command prompt. Okay, but nowadays children, in the software market we are having number of softwares. Okay, for example, you know that the most famous in class 9th and 10th is BlueJ. Okay, so children, I tell you that BlueJ is not Java. Okay, it is a simple window or an interface where we can type our Java program, okay, and we can compile them and we can execute them. In the same way children, the more softwares are there. For example, JCreator, Edit Plus, all these are the names of IDE, means these are the software where we can run our Java program. Okay class, and here in our school children, we are going to work with Edit Plus. Okay, so when we will meet, and very soon children, I will upload a video that how to work with the Edit Plus software and how to create the Java program upon them. Okay, so all these things which we will learn in future. Okay, chaliye, thank you very much.